built up a lead there, and they're able to come back and even it up there on Kyle in the 7th. But what did you think about your team responding immediately like they did to get a run and retake the lead there?
Yeah, I was happy about the response. Burns had a hustle play there. He was safe beating that ball out to lead off the inning. We get a sack bunt, then Bush has a good at bat with 2 strikes. 2 strikes, am I right there? Yeah, 2 strikes to drive him in. I thought a good response. Shea showed some poise, went for it out there. We've been kind of waiting for that out of somebody to come in and make sure that they go for it late in the game. That could have been a knockout blow, the 5 that they dropped on us when we had that momentum, and it was nice to see the guys respond the right way.
You get Kyle Nelson out there. The first 6 innings just looks fantastic. 2 hits allowed against him. Seemed like he hit a little bit of a wall in that 7th inning. How have you kind of been using him now that he's going in the rotation? A little bit different role for him this year after the injury in the offseason.
Yeah, we don't feel like we've got the ability to get him hot a couple times a week. That could change as he gets going here a little bit, but it feels like he's going to be somebody that needs to throw once a week right now. He ran out of gas somewhere around 80 pitches, and I don't know how many of those runs they scored with 2 outs. Jerry? All of them with 2 outs. So it's hard to go get him when he's a slider away from being out of the inning, and all of those sliders he threw that inning were fat and elevated. And you just keep thinking he's going to throw the good one, and you're out of the jam. So he's thrown the ball well. I think that he and Clements, the kid that throws for us on Sunday, I think if we had a little bit more established roles in the setup type spots, I think their numbers sure would be a lot better, because they've been pretty good for 6 innings and have given us a chance, and we've maybe let them hang out there a little bit longer than we normally would, based on where we're at the back end of the game.
Specifically, what did you like about Shea?
I just thought he went for it. I didn't think he was nibbling. He did walk the guy, but I thought in general he came in and threw strikes. He threw a couple changeups for strikes, which is something he's been working on. They weren't fantastic. His arm speed was a little bit slow on him, but he was able to land a couple of them for strikes, and they had enough off of them to get guys to roll over. So I think it's progress for him. It's not the finished product by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it's definitely progress.
Did you like the approach against that lefty out there?
Yeah, I thought he was good. I have no idea how hard he threw or threw today, but he was one of those guys, and you're in the dugout and you're asking what pitch was that, because everything was dancing. The slider was short, and he was throwing a changeup that had some depth to it, and did a nice job of freezing some of our guys with fastball in late. And he was sneaky and funky and did a good job of fielding this position and tough to run on. So I was pleased that they did a good job, because I thought for those first 2 innings that we're going to be in trouble.
What do you think of Austin? I mean, he's a guy that's been up and down for you a little bit this season, has the power potential, but to shoot a ball the other way like that, it seemed like a really good approach, especially with the 2-strike there to get that big base hit.
Yeah, it was a nice adjustment by him. And he's had some of those. He's had some moments where he's looked really advanced with 2 strikes, and he's had some moments where he's, early in the game, you saw that he swung 6 straight times and didn't put a ball in play, or he was fouling off. So, he's tried to work on being a more mature hitter. I think there's a balance between it. We don't want him hitting balls on the ground. We don't want him hitting a lot of singles, because we got to hit 2 more singles to score him, because he doesn't run. So with less than 2 strikes, we'd like him to be trying to elevate balls and hit balls in the gap and out of the ballpark. And then with 2 strikes, we want him to be able to battle and still hit the ball hard and maybe hit the ball in the gap. And I think that leads to some strikeouts if he's a little bit too big in certain situations. But I think in that situation, he knew the game go-ahead run was on second, and the ball in play gave us a run. So a single works there.
Another guy that's got a lot of talent but has been inconsistent, Michael McAdoo. You put him in today. Hits 2 balls hard, 1 for base hit and 1 that makes a great catch out there on the warning track. With him, with a guy that's talented, he's got talent, how do you kind of fight through the inconsistencies when they're early in their career like he is?
It's tough. We've got 35 guys in the dugout that want to win games and care about that piece of it. So trying to balance the development piece and opportunity piece with the scoreboard piece of it can be challenging. And we gave Mac a lot of opportunities last year, and then Armani came in and really was able to play well. Tommy Jew has really played well for us this year. He's been up over 300. I think he's up over 300 at this point, and he's actually our fastest runner, the kid that started in center field. And then Billy Frederick came on and was hitting over 330 for us until maybe a couple of weeks ago. So I think the opportunities just kind of went away when those guys really started producing and hitting. And we had a mistake by Tommy not running hard out of the box today, and so Mac got a chance to play, and he maximized it. So I was happy for him. He's young as a baseball player. He's super talented, but very young as a baseball player. And I think as he continues to get opportunities, and he needs some more bats. He needs to go have 150 at bats in the summer, get that experience, and come back maybe a little more polished and a little bit more mature.